Hello, World of Tank Blitzers. It's a Littlefinger. Happy Friday, January 22nd, 2021. Time for a new store review. And can you believe the fourth Friday of the new year already? There are some decent tanks that we can talk about here today. Previous Fridays have not been so good, so I'm excited about this review. But first, we've got a gold box pop-up offer. 16,000 gold is going to be the most that you see in this offer. Your offer may vary depending upon how much money you've been spending on Blitz lately. The way these work is you have to, in this case, kill enemies to get 63 gold to continue filling up this box. I could go ahead and buy it now, but I would only be getting 11,000 gold. I want to get this all the way up to 16,000. Works out to be 800 gold per dollar. And that is a fantastic deal. You can see here it's also time-based, so you do have to put the work in to get this filled up. But for 800 gold per dollar, amazing deal. And for those of you that may be new to my tank reviews, what I do is I base my gold to dollar transition ratio, whatever you want to call it, 350 gold per dollar right here is a decent deal. If you spend more money on Blitz, you get 375 gold per dollar. So anytime you're getting above that, it's a really good deal, and that's 800 gold per dollar. So keep an eye on that. Now, as you all know, containers are what keep us coming back to playing the game, right? You've got containers for free here in this section that you can open at different times. You see they all have a countdown as to when they will be open again. You've got containers, obviously, for completing missions. So you have to work for those. And then, of course, in the store, you've got containers that we buy that are purely gambling. We've talked about these surprise containers a lot. They've been around. Basically, I'm going to try to summarize this as quick as I can. You will get one of these crates down here. There's 20 of them, so you have a 5% chance of getting each and every one of these, which is this 5%. Then once you get that, you go and open the crate, and you have a varying percent chance for each of those crates, depending upon what it is. I did this last week, so if you want to check out the end of my store review for last week, you can see how that works. I didn't get a single tank, and the chance of getting the tank for each crate was in the neighborhood of 5 to 2.5%. So pure gambling here. All right, so the reason I kind of talked about this huge container here is there are several tanks you can get out of it for free. The SU-100Y is a tank that you may have already gotten for free out of that container, but it is in store. If you don't own this tank, 1,500 gold, 30 days of premium time right there is worth it. Then you're getting the SU-100Y on top of it, which is kind of now your first introduction to derp tanks in Blitz. You actually ride around shooting your premium ammo because it does more damage. It's a super fun tank to play. It's difficult to play because it is so big. These research and power buildup, these are basically for those of you that may just have joined the game and you really need those credits. For me, in this game, you should be grinding credits, playing battles, getting experience to earn credits so that you don't basically accelerate yourself up too fast within this game. Moving on, we've got the 121B container for $25. What you'll notice is you've got a 25% chance of getting the 121B and a 75% chance of getting 8,500 gold. Now, that works out to be just a little bit less than 350 gold per dollar. So really, if you're looking to buy gold but want a chance to win the 121B, it's really a fail-safe option. 15,000 gold is pretty much what we see all the time for a tier 10 premium tank. Sometimes you might see it for 12.5. Maybe once in a while you might see one for 10, but rarely ever below 15,000. And this tank falls into that category somewhere between the Object 140 and the T62A. It's a really nice medium tank. It has 240 millimeters of frontal armor, just like the 140 and the 62A. You do have a little bit more hull armor at 120 versus 100 on those other tanks. Not as much side armor on the turret, but interestingly enough, you have more rear turret armor at 185 versus 65 on the other two tanks. The gun handling, 1.36 aim time, 0.308 dispersion, 6 degrees of gun depression, puts you right there, kind of closer to the Object 140 than the 62A. You do 350 alpha versus 310, so you have a little bit longer of a reload. But it is a fun tank, and of course, with this being a collector, it gets you 140% credit coefficient. So you're going to make money at tier 10. And just to, to me, this is another one of those downsides to Blitz right now. You can just jump into the game, drop down your 15,000 gold, which you can see I can get for 20 bucks, and now I'm playing tier 10. I mean, I remember, I was at 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 battles, dreaming of getting to tier 10. And I think that to me now is you can just come into the game and you can buy your way up there, and as part of some of the problems that I've been complaining about lately. So we move on. You've got for 10,500, and this is a really interesting bundle. You have WZ112-2 and the 111. These are basically the same tanks, just from I don't understand why they would be bundled together. The nice thing about these tanks is you don't have that pike nose. They are your typical tier 8 heavy tank with the trolley type gun that you're not always going to get an accurate shot off. If I had to choose, and I guess the reason for the price difference, I love the WZ112-2, but again, there's really not a lot of difference between these two tanks. So I would pick one or the other. Look at the stats, and if you're interested in this type of tank, and I would basically only recommend it if you only have the pike nose type tier 8 heavy tanks. We talked about this bundle here, 7,500 for the glacial, which again, just like the 112-2, very, very similar. I just don't understand why there's 3 tanks that are exactly the same here for sale. It is what it is, I guess, but I love the Blaze. This is a tier 7 tank destroyer with a limited turret movement, but it does pack a punch, has a nice big alpha damage on it. Super fun to play. This row here is coins you get from playing in tournaments, season coins. So I'm assuming that anyone that's been playing season tournaments knows a thing or two and knows how to spend their money there. I'm not going to talk about this other stuff. Just stay away from the stuff at the bottom if you can. Moving on to bundles. Again, this is something we've seen time and time again. You can purchase this M3 Lite here for $3. You can play it, and if you want to, you can sell it. And you're going to get most of your money back in this case because it comes with 20 gold boosters. So the way the gold boosters, we're going to talk about these here as we move on to Conqueror's Power, is you guaranteed to get 10 for each battle. If you win, you get the level that you played, the tier that you played, added on. So if you played tier 8 and you won the battle, you'd get 18. If you played tier 8 and lost, you'd only get 10. So you can't really say exactly how many gold you're going to get out of those boosters, which when we move on up here, this is one of the better deals out right now. If you think about, you're guaranteed to get 5,000 gold. Right now, if you're a 50% player playing at tier 8, That's 250 battles, right, for 8 points. So that's 2,000 added on to your guaranteed 5,000. That's 7,000 plus your 37,000. That's 44,000 gold that you're going to get out of this deal. 440 gold per dollar. Like we said, this is well above that 350, 375 mark. So a good deal. 90 days of premium on top of that. The Victor's Might here is not such a good deal just because of it's not even, it's half the price, but not half of the gold. So you're starting to fall back closer to that number. And passing over this one, just don't think it's a good deal. This is one that I purchase regularly. 10 bucks, right? Gets you 6,000 gold. So here we are, 600 gold per dollar. The downside, plus you're getting quite a bit of free EXP here as well. The downside is you have to log in every single day to claim this. If you skip a day, then you will not get this offer. Well, you'll not get to 200. This is why it's times 30, right? So every time you log in, you get 200 gold. And for some reason, I want to think that last time it was 250 gold. But anyway, it is what it is for this month. So basically, this is a monthly subscription. You have to log in on a daily basis to claim it. And so that looks like it finishes out the store review today, guys. So, hopefully allows you to make some decisions. Kind of disappointed to see so many similar tanks here with these three heavies all together. But, you've got the SU-100Y, which is a great buy, and you've got the 121B, and the Blaze, which I would also consider for 3,000 gold if I didn't already own it. So with that, guys, we're going to wrap up the store review. Remember, have fun out there. Stay safe. Get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.